morning. It's me, the lady who abandoned her channel but didn't really abandon her channel and now finally has a day off to herself so she can record a video, and I'm gonna stop talking about myself in third person now because why did I start doing that? I'm not sure. All right, so a couple things about my new job. It's wonderful. I love it. I just got moved over into the assistant's position, so I'm now in that beautiful office, which I'll have to get a video of and like show you guys because it's lovely. So one day, probably on Friday, because my boss will leave at 12 and then I'll be alone in the office, I'll just do like a quick Snapchat tour of the office. That way you can see that. So if you haven't already added me on Snapchat, do it. My username is the same as my YouTube name, which is Dickle Tickle. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. It's like 8:30 in the morning right now. I slept in so late because, okay, well, there's a lead up to why I slept in so late. I got the nexplanon implant right here. I would show you, but I'm not wearing a shirt underneath this. So, well, actually it's low enough. Okay. I got the nexplanon implant. You can see the bruising and stuff right there and the nice little fun hole that it created exactly a week ago yesterday. And Tuesday morning, I started noticing like an itch around my lower abdomen. And I was like, what the fuck? Why am I so itchy? And then whenever I was doing my makeup, I do my makeup pretty much in the nude. So I looked down and I noticed that I had a bunch of like little pinpoint red speckles just like spreading out from my inner thighs. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And that got me a little bit worried, and I went throughout the day and I was fine. And then at the end of the day, I noticed that it was spreading up like onto my stomach, all around my torso. And now it's a little bit on my arms. You can see these little pinpoints right here. It's hard to position this arm to show you, but I mean, I've got little pinpoint rashes, and can you see it? It's all like right here. Yeah, I think you can definitely see it. Sorry, I'm losing weight right now, so please ignore my midsection. But it's mildly itchy. They're not like raised bumps or anything, and it was just a little bit concerning. So I sent a picture of it to my gynecologist and I was like, is this something that's like commonly associated with the nexplanon implant? And she was like, no, that is not common. If it gets worse, please go to urgent care. And I was like, oh, great. And then yesterday it was getting worse and it was like spreading up my neck. Like my neck is so itchy right now, but it doesn't have like the pinpoints, but it's the same itch that's everywhere. So I went to the fucking doctor yesterday. That was a whole thing. Oh my God. I got in to see them really fast. I just went to a little immediate care down the street from me, and fucking the doctor, when he came in and he was like looking at the rash and everything, then he started telling me that he was going to prescribe a like steroid for me to take for 10 days. And after every single little step, like because he kept saying, he's like, you'll take 2 a day in the morning with food for the first 5 days, and then the rest of the 5 days you'll just take 1 in the morning with food. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? And he just kept asking me if I understand in like the most condescended tone. I was just like, yes, I understand. I do. I'm not stupid. Like I'm pretty competent. So yeah, I understand. I get it. And then like before I even went into the doctor, I'm like Raw Beauty Christie in the way that like whenever I have some sort of an ailment or a mysterious rash, I will look it up on Google like obsessively until I find anything that's like it. And so what I found was something about the blood vessels like bleeding underneath the skin, and it creates like little pinpoint red dots, and if you push on the dots and they don't turn white, then that's probably what it is. And of course, I'm not going to go into a doctor and be like, I looked it up on Google and this is what Google said, because I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Offense intended to you anti-vaxxers out there. What the fuck is so scary about somebody possibly being autistic? Like, you just can't. Not that those are linked, but you know, they think they're linked. So why do you hate autistic people so much? I don't fucking understand. Anyway, so after the doctor was done being condescending to me, he was telling me that I needed to get some blood work done to make sure like my platelets are okay, so like there's not some weird bleeding going on or whatever. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I fucking understand what you're saying. You need to draw my blood. That's great. Fantastic. Super. Draw my fucking blood. And so he said he was gonna send in a nurse to do that. And so I got dressed. Well, he left the room and then I got back dressed because I was in a gown. I actually put on underwear yesterday because I knew I was going to the doctor and I knew that they were gonna have me take my pants off so they could see my rash. So I was like, they probably don't want to see my full situation now. I don't wear underwear, if you don't know that. And it's not for any like sexual reason. It's for a very personal reason that I don't feel comfortable sharing, though I've probably shared on here before or on Snapchat. If you like personal TMI stories, definitely add me on Snapchat because there's a lot of that going around. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting. Oh, by the way, the number 69 has been following me around literally fucking everywhere for the past like 2 or 3 months. I'm not sure. And like I saw a bunch of 69s on the way there. And then when she took my blood pressure was 110 over 69. And then when I got back out to the car where Alec was, the car next to us, the first 2 numbers of the license plate was 69. So explain that to me. I don't know. Universe is trying to tell me something. I see repeating numbers all the fuck over the place. There's 333 on the door hinge to my fucking new office. Okay, I'm getting off track here. I'm getting way the fuck off track here. Where was I? The bitches came in to draw my blood. I say bitches because there had to be 2. The first one couldn't find my vein here, so she pricked me and she's like, oh nope, it rolled away. And she kept, I feel like she must have been like an intern because she just kept being like, I'm so sorry. Oh, and first of all, whenever she came in, I was telling her like, good luck finding a vein because she can't use my left arm because that's where the nexplanon is and it's like fresh, so they can't wrap that rubber fucking band around it and like squeeze the shit out of it because it would hurt really bad. So they can't use this part of my arm. They could use my juicy ass hand, which you can see they tried to. So I was like, yeah, you'll probably have to use this one and good luck trying to find that vein because for some reason my right arm, you just can't find that fucking vein. My left arm has a sick juicy vein. Like my left arm is ready to party. And she just kept being like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then she pulled the needle out and she like put a little band-aid there. And she's like, okay, let's try the hand. And I was telling her, I was like, you might want to use this one because this one gets really fucking like fat right here. It like is plump and juicy. And I go boop, boop, boop. And there's no way that motherfucker is rolling away. But she didn't want to use right there because she said there's more nerve endings there and it would hurt more. And I'm like, do I look like I have an issue with needles? Please just poke it there. She's like, no, I'm gonna try to use this one. And then you see where the hole is there. She missed the vein. And then she was claiming it was rolling away. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that positioning is rolling away. That's clearly just next to the vein. But you know, whatever. And then, oh, that's right. I got into saying like, when she first came in, she was saying, oh, well, I guess that's why they wanted me to come in here and do their labs for them, ha ha ha, because like I said, my vein was small. But the thing is, nobody looked at my arm. Like when the first girl came in to do my blood pressure and everything, I had long sleeves on. So the only things you could see were my fat, juicy hand veins, first of all. And then when the doctor was like poking at everything, he was just like poking here and then like poking at my legs. He didn't like go up my arm at all. So I don't know why she said that. Maybe it was just one of her first times. So she was like pretending that somebody was like, you need to do my labs for me because I can't find a vein because they're so small and I don't want to like do that, blah, 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 whatever. You know, I was nice to her. I'm not a bitch to people. I will come home and just talk shit and vent because that's just how I release things. But I was nice and respectful to her. I was like, no, it's okay, it's all right. She kept apologizing to me. She said, I'm gonna get Alyssa to come in here and do this because Alyssa's awesome. I'm like, all right, great, cool, send in Alyssa. And then Alyssa came in and she was trying to find this vein and she couldn't. So she didn't poke me there though. But she did end up getting blood from right here. And she had to take like 4 fucking vials of it. And I was like, great. So I left the hospital with cotton ball here, cotton ball here, cotton ball here. And she like wrapped this one up because she said it was supposed to bruise a lot, which it hasn't yet. But you know, I'm sure it will. Cause imagine if my tooth had just broke and I like caught that. I have hit my tooth like that so many times. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't broke yet. Knock on wood. Universe, that is not me wanting my tooth to break. Please don't rain down irony on me. I really don't need that. Anyways, after all of that, my test results came back in like 2 hours and everything was completely normal, but they prescribed me this fucking steroid that I have to take, you know, 2 pills in the morning with food every day for 5 days, and then 1 pill in the morning with food for 5 more days. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? You understand how that works? How taking pills works? How following directions work? You understand? Do you understand? I mean, I understand that they deal with a lot of fucking stupid people all the time, but it's just like, can you gauge? Can you look in my eyes and see that the light's on? Like, you don't have to talk to me like that, please. I probably talk to people like that though. I do get a little, I can be a bit of a bitch, but I'm working on that. I'm trying to be better, right? I'm trying to be fucking better. This is stream of consciousness randomness. That steroid, first of all, tastes disgusting. There's not a coating on the pill. It's just 2 chalky pills that are like this fucking big. And so they told me to take the first 2 immediately. So it was like 3 p.m. So I got it from Walgreens, and then I came home and I like made tuna salad and ate a tuna sandwich and then took those. And really I should have like eaten half the sandwich and then taken those and then eaten the rest of the sandwich so that I would have something to like wash this shit down my throat, because the taste that it left on the back of my tongue was like ecstasy. I did ecstasy a few times when I was in like high school. Yeah, just high school. And then I pretty much, the only thing I do is weed now. So ecstasy was my hardcore time. And I didn't even do it that much, but I'm pretty sure I can associate my memory loss and the fact that I'm an AFANT now with that, because it fucked up my brain. Because definitely before all of that, I could visualize stuff in my mind and I could recall things really specifically from a long time ago. Because of the fact that I could visualize it, I could just pull up the scene in my brain and be like, no, you were wearing a green coat with these letters on it. It had a little stain and a little tear, and there was this person standing by and this going on. And then after that, my brain just doesn't work like that anymore. But I'm seeing if I can exercise that muscle and bring it back, because it's really causing me memory problems. Even fucking like 12 years later, or however the fuck long that's been. But anyways, that fucking steroid left an ecstasy taste in the back of my mouth and it was disgusting. So I was like chugging sweet tea, which I made with Truvia because I'm back on keto again. So like I'm losing weight. I think I spoke about that in my last video. I'm back on keto. So I made Truvia sweet tea, so it's not like sugar, even though sugar is part of it. Whatever. Truvia is fine. And that wasn't helping, so I was like chugging tea and like trying to eat something else to like clear that taste out of the back of my mouth. So I haven't taken it yet today because I'm just drinking my coffee. I'll make myself a fucking tuna sandwich and I'll take them, and I'm gonna hate it. But one of the things that he said was that it can keep you up, so you need to take it in the morning, not close to when you go to bed. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I drink a full pot of coffee every single fucking morning and I'm still tired. And if I drink like 3 cups of coffee before I go to bed, I will knock the fuck out. Like, shit like that doesn't affect me. But I think maybe he's referring to the fact that it probably has some form of like speed or methamphetamine in the in the steroid. So last night I went to bed at like 10 o'clock, whereas I normally go to bed at 9 o'clock, but I was not tired. I wasn't tired when I went to bed either. I was just like, I just want to go to bed, right? I need to go to bed. Odin is tired. He's fallen asleep. I need to go to bed. And then I kept waking up in the middle of the fucking night. And at one point, I don't know what time I woke up because I left my phone out here in the living room. You done? Okay, great. But I must have stayed awake. It was like the middle of the fucking night. I had to get up and pee like 7 times. And then I couldn't go back to sleep for like 2 or 3 hours. And so I usually wake up at 6:30. Like my body clock will just wake me up that early if I don't set an alarm, because normally I set an alarm for 6 a.m. and then I snooze it till like 6:09 a.m. and then I get up and do everything. So I didn't get up until after Alec this morning because he goes to work at like 8:30. So when I woke up, he was already like in the bathroom taking a shower, and I got up and I like walked over to him, but I'm like, shit, that really kept me the fuck up, and I hate that. I really want to sleep, so not looking forward to the next 10 days of potentially not being able to sleep. Of course, hopefully when I take it in the morning, it'll be good enough by bedtime that I can fucking sleep. What is... Oh, cool. Wondering what was missing on that wall over there. Jonathan fell down. What was he being secured with? Probably those stupid little fucking silicone things. Those don't... Oh yeah, that. This fucking stuff is supposed to be re-sticky, but shit keeps falling off my fucking wall. Stay up there. Like Bill Murray poster behind me is stuck with those little things and it keeps falling off the fucking wall. Yeah, anyways. This is gonna be a long video of just me telling you a lot of shit. So yeah, I was up. Today's my day off. I go back to work tomorrow, and my co-worker, the like leasing agent, she had like her tonsils removed or whatever last week, so she's out of work for 2 weeks. So I'm doing the assistant manager position and leasing, and I've leased like several apartments. There's several that are available, and their commission here, like right now my manager is paying like $200 a lease, which is amazing because I've gotten like probably 5 leases that are moving in this month that just like needed to move in immediately. So that's a fucking $1,000 for my next commission check, which is fucking dope. Well, not my next, like in October I'll get that money. And you get paid $25 if you have like the first contact with the person. So if somebody calls and you record that call in our system and then later they end up leasing, whether or not it was your lease, like they toured with you or whatever, you get $25 because you were shown as the first point of contact. So if you're the first contact and you also tour them and they lease, that's $225 right there. So you don't even have to lease, you just have to answer the phone to get fucking commissions. It's pretty fucking dope if you ask me. And this property is beautiful and very easy to lease, and oh, it's hot. It's spicy in here. I'm just gonna open this. You can't see anything, but you know, this is open. Look, there's my bra. Oh my god, everything is so itchy. My boobs are itchy. Is it on my chest? Gotta tell you, it's kind of hard for me to see my own chest unless I'm looking in a fucking mirror. I don't know, but I am very fucking itchy and I can't wait for that to go away. I'm really hoping that this nexplanon works for me and I don't have to get it fucking taken out, because the doctor was saying if the steroids make the rash go away and then it comes back later, I probably will have to get the nexplanon implant taken out. And I'm like, fuck you, I don't want that. But also the nexplanon implant, if you don't know what it is, it's progesterone, so there's no estrogen or anything, and it like stops you from ovulating? Is that what it stops you from? I'm not sure, but the reason that I wanted it is because it's good for 3 years officially, and then my doctor said it's good for 4 years usually, and then some people say 5 years, but probably don't want to go for that. So 3 years, I don't have to take any pills, and if I'm one of the lucky people, it will stop my period. So I won't have like a period for 3 fucking years and then, you know, get a new one put in and then don't have periods anymore, because like, Jesus Christ, dude, my periods are the worst. I get cramping, I get nauseous, I get lightheaded, I get headaches, I get like fucking I just have all sorts of fucked up symptoms. And then my periods themselves, the first like 2 or 3 days are so motherfucking heavy. I don't know if any of you period people out there use the Diva cup, but they claim on there that even on your heaviest days, it'll only fill up like once or twice. When I tell you that I fill that bitch up like 4 to 6 times on my first fucking day of my period, I fill that bitch up 4 to 6 fucking times. So it's like you constantly just have to empty it. So it's like I can't even use that for the first like 3 or 4 days of my period, really. And then the last 3 days are super light, so then I can use it. But the rest of the time I'm just using like pads because I don't want to use tampons because those are fucking toxic. I also don't want to use pads because they're, you know, bad for the environment. I got the Diva cup so that I would have, you know, a zero waste fucking period because I'm trying to be more conscious of that. I still have a lot of changes that I need to make, but like I was trying to be more conscious. I could get the reusable pads, but I'm waiting on doing that until hopefully this works on my period, which I was supposed to start yesterday. And the nexplanon implant is supposed to start working in 7 days, but usually your body has to like adjust to it before you stop having the periods. Like she was telling me that it'll probably be like weird spotting or something for the first couple of months. I'll probably still get my periods for the first couple of months and then it should taper off, but I haven't gotten it yet, and my boobs aren't sore because normally my boobs get insanely fucking sore like a week before my period, and then like all throughout my period they're so sore. So they're not sore at all right now, and I was supposed to start yesterday. So I don't know if I'm just like extremely lucky and this actually like stopped it at the get-go, because there are also, you either love nexplanon or you fucking hate it. Like it either works perfectly for you or it causes you to bleed for a year fucking straight and like makes things worse and you get it taken out because you fucking hate it. And I am really hoping that I am not one of the ones that has to bleed. I mean, birth control in the past has usually worked for me. I haven't had any like complications or anything with it. And then like the bruising on here, from what I've seen from the pictures and how she described it, this is supposed to be much more like purple and blue and like big, and and normally I bruise a fucking lot. Like I bruise so easily, so the fact that I'm not bruising is like, okay, whatever. I don't know, this is fucking weird. So I'm taking this as a good sign, the fact that it's healing properly and the fact that I don't have any of my PMS symptoms right now. Although the first couple of days, whenever I was getting that surge of progesterone, like one of the things is like mood swings. And so there was one day where I was just like, and I was like wanting to cry, and then I was also just like angry, and then it was just like stress. I was just like, okay, I'm like this close to my period, so this must be my PMS mixed with this like new, because I'm like, ah. And then one of the steroid side effects, the guy was telling me, this can make you very angry, so just be careful not to lash out at people. And I was like, great. Got a mood swing from this, the fact that I should be PMSing right now, and now I have steroids that might make me yell at people. So I'm gonna try to be in control of my mood, because normally, like, I can be in a fucking mood, but I'm recognizing that I'm in that mood and I don't need to be in that mood, and so I'll like internalize how I'm feeling and not let it affect the world around me. So I'm hoping that I can continue to do that, because good Lord, man, I'm just going through a lot of shit right now. But I'm back on keto, and that's fucking great. And how I know that I'm definitely back in the realm of low carb is because whenever I do eat too many carbs, then I get gassy. Like my stomach, I just fucking fart. When I'm on keto, there are no farts. Zero farts. If I eat a little too much carbs, my stomach starts to like hurt a little bit, and then I'm just fart city bitch. And that happened yesterday because I just went a little ham on chocolate covered blueberries, because I need to stop doing this, by the way, because this is apparently associated with white supremacy, and I am not a white supremacist. I'd like to put that on the record. I'm an anti-racist, and I hate what the fuck is going on in the White House right now. Okay. I can't, it's just a fucking hand sign that I can't stop doing. Oh my God. Also, I've seen so many fucking people here with like the double S fucking tattoos and like swastikas and stuff. How fucking scary, man. And why is it always that the people that are white supremacists look inbred as fuck? Like they're always the same, like amorphous, like morbidly obese, missing teeth. Their eyes look two different fucking directions. They're paler than I am, so they get affected by the sun. And like they're just disgusting, homophobic, bigoted, racist, and like they think they're the fucking superior genes. Can you please explain that to me? Like, why do they all look the same? Oh, and they don't all have to be morbidly obese, okay? For those of you that are gonna come to me for, you know, oh, you're just fat shaming. It's like, no, okay, first of all, being morbidly obese, it's not a fat shaming thing anymore. It's a, you know, that's dangerous for your health, and I don't find it attractive. So you can be beautiful in your own way, but probably take better care of yourself. There's a little bit of meanness, sorry. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, so they're either like morbidly obese with all those other characteristics, or they're meth addict thin with all the same, like eyes look in two different directions, fucked up like chili bowl haircut, like, oh my God. They're horrible. How can they think that they're superior? It doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Make it make sense, dude. Make it make sense, dude. Yeah, so that's been a rambly mess about my life. Oh, in my live stream, and I believe in the video, I was talking about how the movers really fucked Max's stuff up and they were awful. So let me tell you this tale, okay? First of all, they gave him a window of when they would arrive to pick up his stuff in Texas and move it, and it was like, hey, can you stop shaking that, please? It was like between 4 p.m. and like 8 p.m. or something, and they showed up at 6 p.m. and then they were done with everything at 8 p.m. and they tried to tell him that he didn't put the coffee table on the list, so it was gonna cost extra, but like literally online, like you can see the fucking thing, he's got sofa and then it says sofa dash table, because they didn't have an option for coffee table, and he also had end table and stuff on there, so like we had that full package. So it's like, no, that was there, and they were pissed because he had more boxes that he like estimated 13 like medium to large boxes, and there was 26 like small as fuck boxes that they could put into bigger boxes, and so they were saying that was going to take up more space, and they were all like pissed off about it. And he gave them a quote for how much it was going to be whenever they arrived. It was like $1,100 whenever they arrived here to there to Washington. I'm in Oregon now. And while they were packing everything up, so they were super nice when they were speaking English, and then whenever they were speaking Spanish to each other, they were talking mad shit about how we were liars, about how we're trying to get them to move more stuff for less money because he got some sort of a discount or whatever, and just general like fuckery the whole time. So like we were standing in the kitchen, and Max doesn't really understand Spanish that well, so like whenever they were talking, like I was just like texting him what they were saying. So I was like, really? You guys are fucking assholes. And they told him it was going to be like 7 to 10 days before it would get there. So we got to Washington in like 3.5 days, because we only made it to Lubbock the first day, and we had to get a hotel because we didn't leave until 8 p.m. But we got to see Jenna, and then I didn't film it even though I should have. So like we were there, and then took us 3.5 days because we like took a leisurely like scenic route that we wanted to go down. And when we arrived, like we got into the apartment and everything, got stuff that we had in his car put into the apartment. And then a few days went by, and you know, he's starting to work now, so he has a schedule. And so we were trying to figure out where his stuff is, if we could get a fucking ETA. And so he called the company, and the first girl that he dealt with was like super fucking rude and unhelpful, and being like, well, I can call the driver, but I don't know because they're driving, so I can try to find out, I guess. And he was like, okay, please fucking do that. And then she was like, expect a call within that within like the next couple of hours to like tomorrow or whatever, so they can like tell us where the fuck they are so he can know like an ETA, because it's like they're stopping. They know where they are, okay? They have to stop and like get hotels and stuff and like sleep on the way. So you can call back, hey, we're in fucking Utah right now. We should make it to this place fucking tomorrow, all right? If things go all right. Like, just give us a little fucking ETA. Never got a call from anybody. Called back, and then we called back like several fucking days later. So it had already been like 8 or 9 days, so it should be arriving the 10th day, right? Finally gets a hold of the fucking driver, and they're quoting another 7 to 10 fucking days. They won't give him like any sort of like estimate after that, and he's like, I need to know when I need to like be home, because you have to be home in order for them to deliver your shit. But he's working and he doesn't have like a normal schedule because he works at the Starbucks inside of Target. So, you know, it's essentially like a retail restaurant job. So you don't have set schedules, and you have to like give hella notice before you just like take off, because they have to find people to cover. And they like wouldn't tell him any of that. And then when we finally they were going to be arriving the next day, which was another like 5 or 6 days later. So he's been without his bed and pots and pans and stuff for like a really long ass time. He's coming over to my apartment to like cook stuff and use my oven, because he doesn't have any of his pans and stuff with him. So it was like, and he doesn't have a bed, so he was using a blow up mattress that I had. And then we get a call that, first of all, they like called me and like texted me. I'm listed as the emergency contact, so I don't know why they like reached out to me first. And I was like, they were saying that it was gonna be $1,500 whenever it arrived, so it shot up $400. And then they wanted to charge him $75 more because they had to go upstairs, even though they knew that from the beginning. They ask all that information about where the stuff is coming from. Do they have to go upstairs? And when it's arriving, you know, can a semi truck get in there? Are there stairs we're gonna have to go up? Like, what is it? So they knew that there were stairs. There's only like 16 stairs, and it's like a small straight up thing and then straight into the apartment. They didn't have to make any fucking turns. It wasn't any sort of like fucking crazy stairs or anything. So they charged him all sorts of extra shit. And whenever they like were saying, he was like, okay, see you tomorrow morning. And so then Max had to work the next day, and he got his morning portion of his shift covered, so he's just sitting at home fucking waiting. And then they didn't show up, and they didn't call or anything. And so then Max had to get somebody to cover the later shift as well, and they didn't show up until after he would have already been home from work for like a fucking hour. So he missed an entire day of work because they wouldn't fucking give him any sort of ETA. Like, they called him when they were headed towards the U-Haul place, because they had to unload the stuff from the semi to a smaller U-Haul so it could get into the apartment complex. And they said it'd be like 5 or 6 hours, but that was at like after he'd already gotten into his like, he got his second half of his shift covered. So he could have worked an entire fucking day, and that's money for him, right? That's fucking money, dude. And then they show up, and he's Snapchatting me this whole fucking thing. It's a guy and his son. His son is probably like 16 or 17, complaining the whole time because he's tired. They bring the stuff in. They don't put things together. Like, they put the bed together, didn't use any like screws or anything. Like, I don't know how they put it together, but it was not functional. They took forever putting the couch together, and then even then I don't think it was all the way put together. Didn't put the entertainment system together. The only thing that they were not supposed to put together was the cat tree, but they pretty much didn't put anything together. And then Max comes out of his room, and while the kid is like putting something together, the dad is in the kitchen taking a bath in his fucking sink. Like, I got a Snapchat of this guy like using the sink, like scrubbing his whole fucking head with like his soap that he had at his sink. Didn't ask permission to do that at all. And then the guy, like the dad, was pretty much not doing any work the whole time and was like trying to talk to Max. And then whenever they were leaving after they were done, they like demanded a fucking tip on top of the $400 extra charge for some fucking unknown reason, even though they knew all of the details of where they were going before they even got anything into the cart, right? The semi-truck. And then they didn't take the box off of the computer or the television, and probably because they knew that they fucking broke it. So he has this like nice ass computer that's like touchscreen, and it obviously, like, all they did when they like wrapped it up was they put like one layer of bubble wrap around it and then a cardboard box over it. And they wrote fragile on it, but they obviously didn't like pack it in the truck very well because it was broken, and the touchscreen feature is now broken. It's got a huge crack on it. He can't get it fixed. They don't make the parts for that computer anymore. So he's got to get that replaced. So I'm trying to work on helping file a claim. I know there's probably something in the contract about we can't guarantee that your shelf will be safe, but like so much stuff got broken. There was no communication. They charged him $500 fucking extra, took a bath in his sink, didn't put anything fucking together, made him miss a whole day of work. Like, it was a whole fucking kerfuffle. And yeah, it was a bad time. I left a voicemail with them because Max is not comfortable being abrupt with people, but I am. So since I'm the emergency contact on there, I called them and I left them a message, and I was telling them all the shit they did wrong. And I was like, because they wouldn't call him back, because he called to like talk about this stuff and they wouldn't call him back. And I was like, you better get in touch with him or y'all are gonna have a world of shit to fucking deal with, because this is not okay. Like, so much went wrong with this, and I still don't know like if they ever got back to him, but I know he's filing a claim because he asked me to help him like write some sort of a fucking claim. But it's like, damn, dude, what a bad fucking time. I don't know what they're called, like Texas Moving Group or something. Don't use those motherfuckers. Jesus, they were so fucking bad and rude and just like broke his shit. Like expensive fucking shit. Oh God. It was so, oh, and while they were like packing up, and the like boss was like in Max's bedroom with the mattress leaned up against the wall, just like chilling there on his fucking phone. And we're like, yeah, you just taking a fucking break, huh? This is taking for fucking ever. You're taking a break. I'm the one that took the cat tree apart because they said that that wasn't on there, and I don't think it was, but also I don't think there was like an option for it, but it comes apart and like fits in a bunch of little things. So like I took the fucking cat tree apart, which is not hard to do. It's just fucking use an Allen wrench and undo all the little screws. Like, it's the fucking easiest thing in the world, and you can put it together in pretty much any configuration that you want. But yeah, that was a bunch of fucking shit, and it really sucked. But the road trip was fun. I did enjoy that, and getting my tattoo, and because we want to both lose weight, so like our road trip was the last hurrah, so we like fucking ate donuts and stuff that was bad for us. Oh man. And now I'm back on keto. I've already lost like fucking 8 pounds. I don't know, I haven't weighed myself. I weighed myself the other day because I went from 198 back up to 201, but I think it's because like I usually balloon up when I'm like on my period, so it's like I don't want to weigh myself when I'm around my period because I'm gonna be bloated and weigh more anyways. But like I can see differences in my body, so I might take some more progress pictures and compare it to my first picture because I'm obsessive like that. But I'm really excited to be losing weight, so that's nice. And my job is going well, and my complicated relationship is going great. Look, I'm still single. Okay, I still need to find myself, but like I still really enjoy being around Alec, and you know, we live together, we're very good roommates. We still are kind of behaving like a couple, but there's an understanding that like I'm still working on myself. So I don't know if we'll ever like officially get back together, or if we're just gonna be in this complicated relationship for however long we're fucking in it. But I mean, I don't know, dude. I never thought that I would be somebody that describes their relationship as it's complicated, because I've always been of the mindset, well, it's not fucking complicated if you really liked each other, like you'd be together or whatever. You don't have to have it's complicated. And that was a judgmental mindset to have, because now I obviously have the experience of being in a complicated relationship where it's like, yeah, I mean, I want to be single and find myself because I need to have my own fucking identity, but I still really love this person. And like, he has really changed a lot in the sense that he's a lot like more soft-hearted, especially towards me. He doesn't have like, so, like I've caused him to see things from a different perspective, because he tends to be a little traditional about things just because the way that he was raised. And you know, we've had fights and stuff, like arguments, where I've been like, well, this is like, you're seeing it from this one point of view, please see it from this. And like, I get to see his weird silly side, and he's, you know, I love him. He has a huge place in my heart and in my life, and he's very easy to be around, and I love being around him. And our relationship is hella fucking complicated. Okay, that's where I'm at with that. I'm still single. I'm not trying to like date anybody else or anything, but yeah, my life's a little bit complicated. Also, fucking having to wear masks. Like, I'm not an anti-masker, okay? I will wear masks to protect everybody, to protect myself. Like, I'm not the person that's gonna pull it down below my mouth. Like, I get so, like, oh my God, I forgot my mask. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I have like a lot of different masks because I want to just like have them everywhere so that I'm never like without one. And like, if I forget my mask, I'm like, oh fuck. And I get really like uncomfortable about being places. So like, I will always wear my fucking mask. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. So having to wear my mask at work. So it's like, I do a full face of makeup. I put lip gloss on a lot of the time. Now I'm not doing that anymore, because the second that I have to like if I have a tour scheduled, or if I have to go outside and like talk to anybody, I have to put that mask on. And if I'm talking, my lips are touching the fucking mask, and then I come back inside and it looks like I just gave a fucking blowjob. So I am starting to do, when I know that I have tours and have to talk to people, because we require 24 hours notice to do anything. So I know ahead of time if I have any fucking tours, then I will just do like my makeup. Thank you for touching your own glasses. I will just do my makeup like from my eyes up and like my eyebrows and stuff, and then I'll do like a little bit of concealer and stuff just to make everything even for my coworkers whenever I have my mask off in the office. But I won't wear anything on my lips because I'm like, I really just don't want to look fucking crazy the entire day. So that's fun. Oh, also speaking of my glasses, whenever I went to the beach, I forgot to take them off and they got sand all over them. And then when I went to clean it, I wonder if I can like have you see it. A grain of sand got stuck. Yeah, there's like a little scratch right there. And now there's this fucking, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines right down there where my pupil sits. And then there's little scratches right there too. So I have ordered a new pair of default glasses, because if you know me, you know that I order hella glasses from Framu and from Zenny. So I probably have like 16 pairs of glasses, because they're all different, because they're very inexpensive. And I like to have, you know, my glasses coordinate with my outfits, because these glasses don't like go with every outfit. And some days I'm feeling sassy. I want to wear my big sassy like pink fucking cat eye thick rim glasses, and sometimes I want to be dainty and have my little like rose gold metal frame round ones. And you know, I like to have all sorts of different looks, but these are my default glasses. So when I come home, if I'm wearing a different pair of glasses, I come home from work, I take those glasses off, I put these glasses on. But now they've got this annoying ass scratch right here that's in my fucking vision. So I ordered another pair of default glasses. They don't look like this. They're a thin frame, like black rectangle. I don't know. Obviously, I'll show you them whenever I get them, because I post them on Instagram usually when I get new glasses. So follow me on there too. It's Pantsy, Pantsy, Fantsy. I know it's not spelled right. That's the point. But I'll put that in the description as well. I always have all my socials like linked in the fucking description as well. So there's that. Also, I am still doing tarot. So, you know, if you want a tarot reading from me, like let me fucking know. I'll link my tarot channel in the description. So if you want to go over there, like I only have one public video over there that's like a general read for people, and then all the other ones are unlisted, because when somebody gets a reading from me, I ask for your name, what your question is, and then I record it and upload it unlisted to that YouTube channel, and I send the link. That way only the person who has the link can watch that video. So I can watch it on my end because it's on my channel, and you can watch it and you can send it to whoever you want if you want to share it to people. But I really fucking enjoy tarot so fucking much. So if you would like a reading, I still would like to practice. I haven't been doing it in a little while because I've just had a lot of shit going on, but I still have had the itchy to like do tarot. And I pulled the cards out the other day and I was like doing some reads for myself and for some other people just to like make sure I still had it, and I still fucking do. All right, I'm still getting synchronicities from the fucking universe. 69 is following me literally fucking everywhere. Oh my god. Okay, I have this case of Dodge Charger cars that my dad got me for one Christmas and had everybody like have an individually wrapped Dodge Charger, and I just looked at that one in the back and that says 1969 on it. So yeah, that number's literally following me the fuck everywhere. And this has been 46 minutes of me catching you up on my life and what's going on. I'm gonna drink some more coffee and potentially get high and then eat a tuna sandwich and take those nasty ass steroid ecstasy tasting ass pills. So see you next week, family. Thanks for sticking around.